What's up, guys? Welcome back with another video for you guys, and today our video is about who are the next heroes who should be in the MCU. Okay, my obvious choices would be Fantastic Four, since I've loved the Fantastic Four since I was a kid. The first Fantastic Four movie, not like the old 80s version or whatever, like the first one that Fox made was freaking incredible. Best Fantastic Four movie, honestly, to me, that's the best one. The second one was shit, and the Fan Force, oh my. That movie was complete and also the X-Men, because recently I love the X-Men because I watched Days of Future Past for Quicksilver, ended up really liking it, bought Apocalypse, watched it, and now I can't wait for more X-Men movies, and I really wish they would be in the MCU, but I can't because Fox is stupid. Here are the heroes who I think should be in the MCU. First one is one I've wanted for a long time, ever since I've discovered this character's existence. And he relates to Thor. His name is Beta Ray Bill. Basically Thor, but with a horse head. Honestly, that would be so cool to have Beta Ray Bill in the MCU, because ever since I discovered him, I don't know, I just had a connection with him. He's just so cool. He's just one of those crazy comic characters, and he's really strong. And recently in Guardians ride at Florida or California, probably California, they had his hammer there, and it looked pretty nice. I would love it so much if he was in Thor Ragnarok, and plus his face might also be in Thor Ragnarok, the opening shot, with that huge tower. If you watched it, his face might be on the side. Maybe that's what people are claiming. I don't really think so, because if you look closely, there's something under his chin, and he doesn't really have something that's under his chin, hanging out some beard in the comics if you seen pictures of him. The second one is Namor. Namor the Submariner. Honestly, it would be really cool to have someone that has aquatic roots or whatever. That had water powers or whatever in the MCU, and plus Namor's rights have resorted back to Marvel since whoever owned him, I think it was Universal, had the rights for Namor, or they just never made a Namor movie, and it went back to Marvel. And it would be pretty cool if he showed up in Infinity War, maybe one of the planets that freaking Thanos just throw at the Avengers. Maybe it could be on Earth, and then some of those land in the ocean, and crash into Atlantis, whatever others, or whatever other city he lives in. I'm pretty sure it's Atlantis, I'm not sure. And then he just comes over, who is hurting my city, or something like that. And he was one of the first few heroes that Marvel created. He's been around since Timely Comics, I'm pretty sure. I've actually looked this up, folks. But he's fought alongside with Captain America, punching Nazis in the face back in the 30s or whatever, whenever it was. It would be really cool, and recently I got I don't know, just be really cool, and also with the placement of Aquaman actually being a badass Aquaman, since Aquaman was basically the joke of every superhero ever. He was the most boring one or whatever, and Zack Snyder or whoever designed Aquaman or whatever made him freaking badass, and now he's actually one of my most favorite characters going into Justice League. Obviously it's the Flash, because Flash is the best DC hero of all time, but yeah, it would be really cool to have Namor in the MCU. Third one is Daredevil. It would be really, since Daredevil and Spider-Man have such common knowledge or whatever, they know each other, they acknowledge each other in the comics and TV shows or whatever. They're always together, since Spider-Man is a street level hero and not a major superhero like Captain America or Hawkeye or whatever. and also with his recent Netflix series, it would be a great way to connect both Daredevil and the MCU. Like, I mean, it shouldn't be that hard, cause like, all you like they don't have to do like everything, cause like in the show, it doesn't like really impact the whole like New York City, except for Wilson Fisk, like for what he does or and whatever. That will be the only like huge impact, or whatever that like you, excuse me, that you have to watch the Netflix series or whatever. Like, I'm pretty sure everyone has Netflix, right? Everyone has Netflix. Everyone can just go have like maybe 2 days off and just binge the whole series like I did. It would just be really cool to actually have Daredevil and more like NXT no, NXT Netflix heroes in the MCU. Fourth one is Iron Fist. The person I was most excited for to go into the Netflix universe, and his show, like everyone was saying his show like sucked, it was the worst one ever. Honestly, in my opinion, I really liked it. I will admit there was some slow, boring moments in some episodes here and there. But like honestly, I really loved it. I loved like Iron Fist since like, cause I did sometimes watch the Spider-Man like series that like Drake Bell voice, and Iron Fist was in there, and he looked pretty cool because his costume was cool, and like he had like this cool dragon thing on his chest, and I thought that was pretty cool. I looked him up, and then like now he is one of my like favorite like Marvel superheroes. And it would be really cool to have like Danny Rand in the MCU, like talking with he and Iron Man could like are like the two billionaires. So like it would be nice to see that like those like clashing interests or whatever, to see who the better billionaire is out of Danny or Tony. The fifth one or the sixth one, I'm not really sure, but like the sixth one or whatever is Devil Dinosaur. If you don't know who Devil Dinosaur is, he's basically a big red T-Rex, and he has this little like sidekick with called Moon Boy. I'm pretty sure like they're from some other planet in space. I'm not really like caught up. I don't really know like the origins. All I know is that I have that like huge Marvel poster that shows all the characters and stuff. I saw the red dinosaur, looked him up, and he's really cool. I don't know why, but like it would be like it would just be so cool and random to just have a freaking T-Rex in the MCU. Like all of a sudden, Spider-Man and Hawkeye, whatever, facing a freaking T-Rex or something like that. And that's it for today, you guys. If there's anything else, maybe I'll add it in after the video is done, whatever. But I'll see you guys in the next video.